One of the really interesting things about Ben Graham, he was a really gifted teacher, a very honorable profession. However, an interesting fact that he was sheepish about in his old age was that more than half of all the investment return that Ben Graham made in his whole life came from one stock, one growth stock, Geico, Berkshire's subsidiary. And at the time he operated, there were a lot of sort of lousy companies that were too cheap, and you could make a little money floating from one to another. But the big money he made was one growth stock. Buying one undervalued great company is a very good thing, as Berkshire has found out again and again and again.
And Ben wrote a postscript to the 49 edition pointing out exactly that fact and acknowledging it, but also took some good lessons from it. You know, he says that's the way life is, that you prepare and you don't lose everything along the way, and then something comes along. Charlie and I have seen that in our lives. I mean, sort of the prepared mind, the willingness to act when you need to act, and the willingness to ignore it, every salesman in the world, and the imperative to ignore them. And it's one or two things that make the right decision. It is really interesting. The thing to do is just keep trying to think things through and not do too many stupid things, and sooner or later you have a Lollapalooza, as Shirley would say.